Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. This is Dustin from Team Snag and Whiskers, going live from my house. We are getting ready for tomorrow's gathering for the Potomac, and I am currently smoking some pulled pork on my on my Oklahoma Joe's smoker. Just had to add another log. Wait for a few people to get in here and start talking fishing too. Half Century, what's going on? How you doing? Can you hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, please. Awesome. I'm using my my microphone. Hopefully it works well because there's going to be some wind out here. We got some storms coming, and I want to make sure y'all can hear me okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Bring up my son's iPad so I can check the chat. The chat on Streamlabs is not as easy to see as it is on StreamYard. Let's see if I can get on YouTube here. The YouTubes. Half Century, how you doing today? Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Like I said, we're just I'm prepping some. I'm cooking some pulled pork for tomorrow's Potomac Gathering. Sean and I are really looking forward to that. 351, what's going on? Thanks for popping in. We're not fishing today. Today, as the title has described, I'm cooking some pork shoulders for tomorrow's gathering, and I'm going to have to get up quite a bit as I'm smoking the meat. It's going to I'm going to have to maintain the fire at a pretty consistent temperature. And I'll take y'all with me when I go do that. But awesome, happy to hear that, Half Century. We are also waiting on a delivery of our new Ancient Mariner gear to round out our fishing equipment. We've got some more reels and rods coming so that we'll have all Ancient Mariner gear on our boat from moving forward next time we go out fishing. Hopefully Saturday. Danimals, what's going on? Raised Outdoor, thanks for joining us. Appreciate y'all dropping in to check it out. I'm hoping this pulled pork comes out well for tomorrow. Tell you one thing about smoking meat is maintaining a good temperature. You can't let it get too high. Don't want to let it drop too low. I took the day off so I could stay home and do this because this is a long process and I wanted to get it right. I love smoking meat on my Oklahoma Joe's. I'll show that to you. Oops, wrong button. Here we go. It's my Oklahoma Joe's smoker. It's a barrel smoker with an offset firebox. I've currently got 3 pork shoulders. I'll show you. That one right there is just salt and pepper. That one and that one it's got a brown sugar rub. We're taking one of each to the gathering tomorrow, and then one's for my family. Here's the wood I use. I use hickory. hickory logs. I get them from Lowe's. It's one of the only places I've been able to find. Oops, sorry. Meant to turn that back around. Fishing for Whiskers, good morning. Good morning from on this beautiful day here in Chester, Virginia, at my house. I'm hoping I can keep the pulled pork on the smoker for at least 3 hours to get that good smoke flavor. We are currently under a tornado watch. Right now the weather doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's cloudy, it's a little bit warm, but there's a nice breeze. Well, I will show it periodically as it cooks. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm hoping this will hold off at least until 12:30, 1 o'clock, so I can at least get that good smoke flavor. If I have to move it into the into the oven, I will. But the whole point of this was to smoke it low and slow to get that good smoke flavor. I gotta go over and maintain my fire again. Temperature's dropping a little bit. Like I said, I appreciate y'all coming in. There's a breeze. Hopefully that wind noise isn't affecting anything. Like I said, I'm using my Comica boom mic, or Boom XD mic. You can see I got the windsock on it right now, so hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad out here. Oh, absolutely, raised outdoor. Absolutely. That smoke ring is crucial. I prefer myself mainly because it's a lot less work as far as the flavorings go, is just salt and pepper on the outside, but there are a lot of people that like the sugar coating on it. So I'm bringing one of each to the gathering and let people choose on their own what they want. Nice. Thank you very much. From what I can tell, we have 4 people in here. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Sean is working today, but he said if he gets a chance, he's going to pop in, say hello. Awesome. Thank you, Half Century. I know we haven't been out lately. There's been a lot of things going on between Sean. He's got kids that are really busy. My family life is really busy. But we really hope to get back out on the water soon, provide some more content for y'all. We really miss fishing. We can't wait for tomorrow because we'll be fishing on the Potomac with a bunch of folks. And then we're hoping that we can get out Sunday and fish stand day with Stan. Jason Nudo, what's going on? Sean never works. I can't say that. I know I've been in his office a number of times, and he is always hard at work every time I'm up there. And I go up there to do work myself. I've been up there the last couple of days replacing a computer in his office. I appreciate that, Half Century. Yeah, we really miss it. It's just been, life gets in the way a lot, but we're gonna do our best to get out there. I know right now that the water temperature is up and the spawn is on, so there may be more fishing going on than catching, but we're going to give it our best shot. One of the things that we're looking forward to is Ancient Mariner has come out with a new low profile reel for bumping, and we're going to try to get our hands on a couple of those with the Ancient Mariner Leviathan rods, and try to bump some during the spawn and maybe a little bit after to see what it's like and see how that reel works. It looks really nice. Absolutely, Half Century. Oh, nice. That's fantastic, fishing for Whiskers. That's awesome. Yeah, we're looking forward to meeting a lot of people. We've been doing this for I don't know, 8 months now. We've met a lot of wonderful people through the chat online. Going live and stuff like that, but we're really looking forward to meeting a lot more people in person. Awesome Raised Outdoors. Have a safe trip. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. And hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Nice. Yeah, we're looking forward to meeting everybody. There's a lot of faces we want to put to names. I think I want to switch that. A lot of names. No, maybe I was right. A lot of faces we want to put with y'all's names. I will warn you right now, I am not the best with remembering people's names. I can remember a face, but remembering names has always been difficult for me. But hopefully after meeting everybody tomorrow, it won't be so hard to be able to put names with all your wonderful, or faces with all your wonderful names and channels, and that way we can, when we chat, I don't have to call you by your channel name. I can call you by your first names or however you prefer it. Oh, hey, Corey, with no E, my bowling partner. As you well know, my bowling game's about on par, about average. You know, I did bowl that 228 last week, so my average is in the high 180s. 217 Rebel, thanks for joining us. I got some pork shoulders on the smoker. Fishing for West, because I'm the same exact way. That's what I was saying. I could probably see you tomorrow and then see you 5 years from now and be like, how you doing? I can't remember your name, but I remember you. Oh, it looks like I gotta add another log to the fire. Hope you join me. Let's go over here real quick. I think my fire may have dwindled a little bit. Hold on, I gotta quiet that down a little bit. There's my smoke, my firebox. Gotta keep that flame going. You want a nice, clean smoke. I don't know if y'all can see, there's a little bit of white smoke coming out. That's the smokestack. But the idea is to keep it a nice kind of opaque color, translucent smoke. That's the best. That's what gives you all the flavor. If you get all that thick white smoke on your meat, it's gonna make it kind of it's gonna give it a bad flavor. I know when I first started smoking meat, that was my thought. I thought, you know, you want to make sure you get that nice thick white smoke. That's what gives it the flavor. But after doing a lot of research, watching a lot of YouTube videos, I have learned differently. So nice clear smoke, and that's perfect. I don't know if you can see it. My swing's in the background I built for my son, but that's yeah, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna smoke this meat. Whoa, it's going a little high now. I gotta tamper that down a little bit. Yeah, I know. The idea is, if any of those, okay, for the clear smoke, you gotta let the log burn. You gotta let the log burn initially. So what I do and what I've learned from watching a lot of YouTube videos is you put the log in, or I don't use chunks because they burn too fast for what I do. But you put the log in, you leave the lid open a little bit to let all that outside dust and dirt and everything burn off of it, because that's what creates the smoke. Smoke is just unburnt wood. And then once you get the fire going, with the fire comes the clean smoke. If you constantly put your fire out, that's where you're gonna get the white smoke. So the key is keeping your wood burning, because once that wood goes out, and I'll show you here shortly. Right now the wood is burning and it's a clean smoke, but once it goes out, I'll show you the white smoke that comes off of it. I've got my thermostat. It's burning a little hot right now. You want to keep it. I'm trying to keep this at about 250. And it's currently at 272. Hold on, I'm going to put you down just for a second. Let you look at the sky. There we go. one of the things that I have definitely invested in that I thought was a good investment for smoking is, well, shoot, my ThermoProbe. I've got, this is the temperature inside, and the probe is actually over here behind the meat, and it tells me what the temperature is inside on this side of the grill. I do have the thermostat that comes with it, but that's so close to the firebox and is so far away from the meat, you really want to know what your meat temperature, or the temperature in the area around your meat is. That's very important, because if I went by this, right now that says it's at 275 or just under, but over by my meat it's 251. So I'd lower my temperature, because of this, which would then lower my temperature on the other side to by, a good 20 degrees, and then it's gonna take longer to cook your food. It's not gonna come out like you want it. So yeah, so anyway, this is the ambient temperature of probe 1, which is the temperature inside the grill behind the meat, and then I've got the 3 pieces of meat in there with the probe sticking in them. Of course, they're all going to cook at different paces or different speeds, because Surf Bum, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. The meat's going to cook at different speeds because there are different, different distances away from the firebox. So we will be, I hope you don't get motion sickness, because I'll be moving around a lot. Right now my temperature was up at 270. I had to put I call it a chalk block in my firebox, because that's how I try to keep the temperature regulated. So here's just a piece of wood that I've got in my firebox lid, and when that gets, so like the temperature's dropped to 246, so I'm going to take this one out and I'm going to put this one in. Yes, I know, because it lowers the firebox a little bit more and maintains a little bit more of the temperature. I close my door a little bit here. Yeah, it's crucial getting the fire, the heat from the fire, and that's why the smokestack's over here, because the smokestack actually pulls all the heat from the firebox and then out there. So it actually comes, down under the meat, because it's offset and it's lower. So, and then it comes up out the smokestack. There's some adjustments I want to make to that grill, to that smoker, but it's worked for me so far. I've smoked some baby back ribs, St. Louis style, I think, and Memphis style. I smoked a couple of different pork shoulders a couple of different times. The food always comes out fantastic if you cook it right. And I think that's why temperature is so important when you're smoking meat. Hey, the chat, Polar Bear, how you doing? Good morning. Thanks for popping in. From what I can tell, we have 6 people in here. Right now, I've got 3 pork shoulders in there. I'm smoking it for the gathering tomorrow. 2 to take with us, and 1 for the gathering, or 1 to stay here. I'm sorry, I can't think today. Here's the that wind noise. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay with that. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit, but I'll show you again. There's the, oh, and I also put, yeah, I know, didn't like the temperature drop. If I miss anybody, I apologize. I'm using Streamlabs, because Streamlabs allows my Comic Kaboom mic to work. StreamYard, from what I can tell, does not. But anyway. Oh, awesome, thank you. So to answer your question, so I'm smoking the pork shoulders, and my goal is a 250 degree temperature for about 3 hours. So I started at 9:45. So at 12:45, I'm hoping that the internal temperature is around 160. So that way I wrap them in butcher paper, and then I put them back on the grill. But if I don't, I may move them inside to the oven, just because, whoa, hello. I've this entire time talking with thought you were looking at me. Hey, Dan, well, I appreciate you popping in. I'm just sitting here talking, so. But anyway, yeah. So 3 hours to make sure, and hopefully, like I said, at that point, I may have to start spraying the meat. I use a mixture of apple cider vinegar and water. And so that all that does is just it makes sure the outside doesn't burn. You want a good bark on it, but you don't want it to burn. I sound like an expert, but I've only had this smoker since last Father's Day. So I'm still learning a lot. Still got 6 awesome people in here. Thank you all for joining us. I know Fishing for Whiskers said you were going to be at the gathering tomorrow. Anybody else in the chat going to be at the gathering tomorrow? All right, so I'll take that as a no. So here's what I'll let Jason Udo, here's what I was talking about earlier. So I think I don't know if you can see the white smoke now. I think my log is, yeah, the fire's going out on the log, so I gotta provide it more air, and that way it'll pick up. So I'll just open this up a little bit. More airflow. Because right now my temperature's down at 237. Need to get it back up. So I've got, like I showed earlier, here's the wood that I bought from, it's the B&B Texas style. I bought it from Lowe's. I got 2 bags. This is just 1 bag. Once I run low, I will, sorry about the other noise, there's some construction going on at the house behind me. I may need to add another log to the fire. This one's getting a little bit low. So now I'll open the firebox a little bit, let that excess smoke burn off, let that other log catch fire, so I don't get that rancid, there it goes, caught fire already. Get that rancid white smoke flavoring on the meat. I'm definitely going to put my chalk block in here because it's going to get hot here quickly. Still got 6 awesome people in here. Thanks for joining me. One thing I'm going to do here in a minute is go get my what type of wood am I using? Like I said, it's a hickory. It's a Texas style hickory from B&B. I bought it at Lowe's. It's about $17 a bag, and it's got logs in it. That's the important thing. For me, I've tried to use chunks. They just burn too fast. So I take these logs and I take these logs that are, we call them sticks, and I use my little axe and a hammer, and I split them down to this size. This size seems to be perfect for me. The temperature doesn't get too hot, because what tends to happen sometimes for me is I'll put those bigger logs in there, and then the temperature will jump up to like 325, and then it'll drop down to like 210. And I want to maintain a temperature of around 250. I don't like it to go below 230. I don't like it to go over 275. That 250 temperature is perfect. It's just, with all these smaller offsets, it's a little harder to maintain, and depending on the wind, you know, what the weather's like, it's cooler outside, it's hotter outside. You have to take all that into consideration when you're trying to maintain your temperature. Looks like my... So yeah, I like the, for as far as the wood goes, I like using the, like hickory, apple, pear. They have to me, they have a sweeter flavor to them. Hickory does, in my opinion, from my experience, limited what it is. Hickory wood seems to burn a little bit hotter. But, okay. But so, and plus, for me, it's hard to find the wood. I can find wood chunks in places, which again, I don't like because they burn too fast and that just gets expensive. But unless I go cut down a tree, like I got a buddy I work with, he's got from his girlfriend's dad has told me that I could come down to their apple farm. They have applewood trees, and I could cut the trees down. But if I did that, or when I do that, I'm gonna have to let that wood sit because it's got a lot of moisture in it, and you don't want a lot of moisture in the wood because that too also creates a lot of smoke, of that white smoke, because it's got to burn all that off. So you got to let it sit. Sometimes you got to let it sit for a year before you can use it. Or if you want, you can always in the firebox put some. I use lump charcoal because I know that burns hotter and it burns longer than regular charcoal. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I use lump charcoal to start my fire. So I put my lump charcoal in my fire basket. I start that. I pour that into the firebox, and then I put wood on top of that, and that builds my base for my fire. And then I just use wood from that point forward until I get to a point where either the meat is cooked or I'm going to take it off the grill and move it inside. So please keep asking questions. I'm really enjoying this. I know it's not fishing, but it's preparing for fishing. So I appreciate y'all joining me. I've got 7 awesome people in here. And as I was talking about a little bit ago, we are awaiting the final order from Ancient Mariner for our rods and reels. We've got, let's see, I've got another rod coming, and Sean's got 2 more rods, 2 more reels, and then we got an extra rod and reel as well. But I have, you know what, instead of telling you about it, let me go inside real quick. I'll let you enjoy the sky. It is actually kind of pretty right now. But I'll let you enjoy the sky and the tree line behind me, and I will go get my rod for those of you that aren't familiar with Ancient Mariner, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, I muted it. Sorry. I went inside. My wife's working from home, and my father-in-law's in there. Can you all hear me now? All right, awesome. All right. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with the gear that Sean and I use, we are sponsored by Ancient Mariner. So, this is the Ancient Mariner 6000 series reel. It's got a 4.2 to 1 gear ratio. I'm reading from the reel itself. It's got 2 precision ball bearings, a one-way clutch. It does not have a thumb bar. It has the push button on it. This is to lock down the reel for casting purposes. This is your drag. There are no clickers. There's no audible. Oh, my temperature's. Hold on one second. Let's go check on that real quick. Oh, my temperature dropped a little bit. We back. Yep. I'm gonna stand over here for a minute because I know that temperature's gonna jump back up. So I've got 2 pieces of wood in there. Gotta keep a close eye on that. Oh, all right. Back to where we were. So anyway, Ancient Mariner. Of course, I don't know if you've all seen our shirts. Our colors are blue, black, and white. Royal blue is our color. Excuse me. All right, go hitting the mic again. So anyway, here is the reel we use. Good gracious. I want to get into the fishing portion of this show, but my grill is telling me differently. All right, let's see how that works. Okay, now we were saying fishing. So this is the reel. It does the 6000 series reels that we use, they all come with power handles. We love it. These are one of the smoothest reels I have ever owned. Now granted, I've only been fishing on the James for the catfish for the last maybe 2-3 years. But I've always used older gear that my dad gave me or somebody else gave me. And this was one of my first purchases after watching Dieter Melhorn rave about Pinky, his Ancient Mariner reel. He's tried to break it, he couldn't break it. And so, I bought one, or my wife got me one for, good Lord. The temperature's fluctuating. Oh, running back and forth, folks, running back and forth. That is gonna get annoying. Yeah, I think the problem is my airflow. I don't want to keep the firebox lid open, but I need to make sure air gets in there so that my wood continues to burn. Because with no wood, I have no smoke. There we go. All right, let's see how that works. All right, where were we? 9 awesome people in here. Thank you all for joining us. Again, Ancient Mariner, 6000 series reel, power handle, smooth reel, smooth drag. The casting can get a bit finicky at first. I know Dinkover Stink has one, and he was, sorry about that's loud. They're cutting some wood off of a decking behind my house. And I'm hoping to reach out to Dinkover Stink to let him know I have a contact with the owner of Ancient Mariner, and I'm trying to see if I can get him fixed up. But this is a level wind, so it does have a worm gear in it. Now the worm gear is stainless steel, and one of the best things. Susquehanna Stan, good morning. Thanks for joining us. We're right now. For those of you who have just joined us, I am currently smoking some pork shoulders, some pulled pork for tomorrow's gathering on the Potomac, and my temperature is about to get a little too hot. So let me put this in here real quick. So I've got 3 pork shoulders smoking on my Oklahoma Joe smoker, and we're talking about that a little bit. Now I'm showing everybody my Sean and I's Ancient Mariner gear. But yeah, again, it is a level wind. It's got a worm gear in it, and I believe the worm gear is stainless steel. And if I say anything wrong about this equipment, I will correct myself on a later live. But the best thing about these reels is Captain Sparrow. He's the man that he's a tuna fisherman out of New York. He's the one that owns Ancient Mariner, and I am in direct communication with him. And one of the things I told him recently was one of the main reasons that we love the Ancient Mariner gear that we have and that we use is because we trust it, because he trusts it. He uses his gear on his boat when he's out tuna fishing. He's pulled in some 300-pound fish out of the ocean on the Challenger rod, which is what this one is. It's the Challenger rod. So, you know, he trusts that to make his living on. And so, you know, we trust it as well. And he's got a lifetime warranty on these reels, my friends, a lifetime warranty. I know somebody was saying in chat last week or a week or so ago that something happened to their reel. They sent it back. You know, he said to send it back. They fixed it and sent it back to him. And that's the kind of quality, you know, that we're looking at when we talk about Ancient Mariner. And I don't just say this to say it, not just because he's, you know, our sponsor, but because we truly love this reel and these rods. Now, I will tell you, one of the things about these rods is that they are a sturdy rod. I mean, they will, like I said, they pull in 300-pound fish from the ocean. So if you're looking for a rod that has a lot of bend to it for a 5-pound fish, I would probably look at some lighter action rods. I don't know that he has any lighter action catfishing rods. I can ask him. But the two that we have, the Challenger rod and the Leviathan rod, are both medium heavy rods. So Dan, well, that's a good question. I will make sure I ask him on that. I know he provides free shipping on his equipment when you buy it. So I'll definitely, let me get back to you on that. That's a great question. I haven't had to send anything back to him, but I will definitely reach out to him later on today and ask that question for you. And I will get you an answer next time I talk to you. Please remind me next time I see you in a chat. But this is a 7'6", like I said, 7'6", medium heavy. It's take 10 to 50 pound line, or 10 to 65 pound line, 1 to 12 ounce weights. And here, look at the eyes on that. Look how thick those are. I mean, they're thick all the way up. And I mean, it's got a nice bend to it, and it's got glow in the dark tips to them. And with the Challenger rod, it does have a hook rest, and it does come with double locking nuts on the reel seat, and it's metal here for the Challenger rod. This one's metal. The new Challenger rod, that it's this, I think it's the same blank, it's the same rod that he's used, but he's updated he's remanufactured the rod. So the foam handle here, the foam here, and the tape around the eyes are all gonna match his reel colors. So the reels or the rods that we have coming, the new ones, because he doesn't make just the black anymore. He remanufactured for the colors. So he has multiple colors. He has pink, he has red, he has blue, he has orange, purple. And he now has the rods, the colors, to match those reels. So all the Challenger rods we have coming are going to be, of course, the royal blue to match our reels. For those of you who don't know us about the line we use, it's 30 pound mono. It is 30 pound Whisker Seeker mono. It's because that's the only, at the time, that was the only place, Whisker Seeker was the only place I found that sold orange 30 pound mono. But I have grown to like the Whisker Seeker line. It's stretchy. I had a couple when I was replacing some of my leaders before Jody's challenge the night before. I looked and the line was frayed in a couple of spots where I had it's before I had the sinker slides. Sorry, this is got all bound up. Oh, it must have come undone. There we go. Sorry, but it's before I had the sinker slides that I bought off Amazon. I just had some weights, some no roll sinkers on there, and they were starting to fray the line on the right above the leader. So I just cut the line off. I'm just surprised that I was still able to catch fish with that frayed line, because typically with mono, if you get a nick in it, and you get any kind of pressure on that, it's going to snap. But it didn't. That's okay, Jason Udo. We'll be here for a little while. This is not a fast process. But anyway, so yeah, we're looking forward to that new gear coming in. I'm hoping that it's going to be here today so we can get it all spooled up and take with us tomorrow. So when we fish from the bank on the Potomac, we'll have it with us, represent Ancient Mariner. But that's the Challenger rod. The other rod that we just got is the Leviathan Rod. Now this is a 7-foot medium heavy. You can put 20 to 50 pound line on it, and it's got 2 to 6 ounce sinkers you can put on here. It says lures, but this is a lighter action even for a medium. There we go. This is the rod that Ancient Mariner suggests that to pair with his new bumping rod, or his bumping reel, the new, ow, that hurt. I caught myself on a live. But anyway, this is what he recommends to pair with his new low profile bumping reel that we're hoping to get our hands on soon. I don't think they'll be available for another couple months, but once they come in, we're definitely gonna get our hands on some of those. But yeah, anyway, this is a 7-foot medium heavy. This one does have a plastic reel seat. This current model does not have a hook saver or hook storage or whatever you want to call hook keeper. But I have talked to him, Captain Sparrow, and I think he said he might add it, or probably will add it to the next revision of the Leviathan rod. But yeah, this is a shorter rod. We use these for suspend drifting or suspend fishing. But we use it for everything. I mean, I think I caught a 24 pounder on this, which, as Captain Sparrow says, will do very little to this rod. He caught a 99 pound fish on one of these 7-foot Leviathan rods. But yeah, we love our Ancient Mariner gear, and we love the fact that Captain Sparrow puts his money where his mouth is, as far as using his own product out on the water when he's ocean fishing. But yeah, and also the Ancient Mariner reels, the 6,000 reels, they have 4 points of contact on the reel seat connection to the reel itself. And there's 4 rivets on there. I know I've heard some other YouTubers talk about, some other reels that have just the 2 rivets, 2 points of contact on the reel, and those have a tendency to break a little bit easier. So these have, like I said, 4 points of contact. Oh, they do also have a bait clicker. So for those of you that want a bait clicker, Yes, the rod is really solid. Mr. Aquatic News, thanks for coming in. We appreciate that. Oh, my temperature is dropping a little bit. Let's go check that out real quick. Quiet that down. Oh, ooh, that's hot. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna break stuff around here. I'll make sure my temperature is gonna climb again. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, these rods, like I said, for those, I know there's a lot of folks out there that like to see massive bends in their rod, even if you have like a 5-pound fish on there. If that's the case, these are not the rods for you. You know, but me personally, when I'm fishing, I like to know that the rod's going to last. I like the sturdiness of the rod. I like how it feels, the thickness, how robust the backbone is, and it's flexible. I mean, Captain Spiro sent me a video of him catching a 300-pound fish out of the ocean, and that rod was bent in half, and it didn't look like it was stressing a bit. So, oh, come on. I think maybe time to add another piece of wood to the fire. Yes, it is. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So currently, that's my coal bed, and I do not have any fire going. So I need to add another stick so that I can get a fire going. And then if we watch this, I'm hoping it'll catch fairly soon. Usually they catch fire within the first 30 to 35 seconds, which means you got a good bed going. And it's always nicer to get that open a little bit. It's always nicer, I think, to add the wood a little earlier because, oh, I see something happening. There it goes. There's some fire, there's some flames, there we go. All right, I'm gonna let that burn, get back up to temp. And my temperature has dropped down to 217 right now, but that'll jump back up quickly. The meat is going good, it's at 65, 73. Oop, let me turn you around here. Oh. I don't know. I really need to do more research before I say anything that's wrong. The animal. I don't know where his products are made, but I would definitely, another question I will get back to you on. You know what? Let me see if I can look it up on his website or on his. Now, currently, you can buy them from his website, and I will. The link is in the description for the posts that we use. You know, when we're out fishing. I didn't put it in this one because I'm not using them. But the link is in our other videos. Yeah. It looks like the storms are moving east right now. I can see them. The clouds aren't too dark, but let me see if I can. See if I can answer some of your questions here. And currently these rods are listed for, these reels are listed for $85. So you're not going to break the bank getting one of these rods, and for a lifetime warranty, I mean, it's a really good deal. All right, so I'm going to read the description to this rod for you. This is straight off his website, ancientmarinerfishing.com. Let's see, it says all new product, or all new and improved for 2021. This was last year. The Ancient Mariner 6000 bait casting reel has been reinforced with thicker, hard anodized aluminum side plates, CNC machine spool, precision cut main gears, all alloy flawless level wind, industry first stainless steel worm gear. I was right on that. Metal idle gear, stainless steel shaft, and other components for superior durability and corrosion protection. Holds 250 yards of 65-pound braid, up to 12 ounces in weight. Ancient Mariner 4 to 6000 model is a perfect conventional reel for trolling, bottom fishing, and other techniques. Used in freshwater, saltwater with 2-pin centrifugal brake that is good for casting. Comes with a power handle, bait clicker alarm, easy access thumb bar, spool release. It's not a thumb bar, it's the button. Classic look of everything you would expect of a round bait casting reel. It says all reels come with a lifetime warranty. See if I can answer your questions about all right, so those are questions I'm going to have to ask Captain Spiro. You know where the equipment is made, if it's made in America or made in China, and also if he covers shipping on repair costs. So Danimal, thank you for the questions. I will definitely get back to you on that. Matter of fact, after I'm done with this live, I will send him a message and ask him those questions, and then next time I see you, I will definitely give you those answers. Still got 7 awesome people in here. Thank you all so much. Going to take off for the day. Good luck on the pork, and thanks for sharing your ride. Absolutely, Jason Nuda. Thanks for stopping in. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the conversation, and look forward to seeing you in some of our future lives. Thank you again for your support. It's greatly appreciated. Glad you enjoyed it. My temperature is a little lower than I like. The wind's starting to blow. Right now my temperature's sitting at 234. Need to get that up. Add some more wood real quick to the fire. See if I can add a smaller log. So what's everybody else doing today? Freddy's Outdoor Adventures. Hey, how you doing? Awesome. I'm looking forward to meeting you, Freddy. Right now we're cooking some pulled pork to bring to the gathering tomorrow. Sean and I are excited about it. We're gonna try to get there early. I think we're leaving. I think I'm picking him up at Bass Pro Shop up on 95 around between 6 and 6:30. So we should be up there around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. Hanging concrete forms, and later today we'll be pouring concrete. Oh, wow. Hey, Mr. Aquatic News, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Getting a lot of smoke off this new wood I just put in here. I kind of let that burn off real quick. One of these pieces of wood I got going in here looks like it has a bit of moisture in it because there's some, let me turn this around, I'll show you. See if you can see it. I don't know if you can see, like right in there, there's some white smoke coming out of the wood. That's typically a sign of moisture inside the wood. I want to get all that to burn off before I close it. Okay, Life Amy, how you doing? Meat should be done sometime this evening. I started at about 9:45, so it's been on the cooker for about an hour. I'm going to let it cook for another hour, hour and a half, 2 hours before I check it to make sure it doesn't burn. So I want to get that good smoke ring built in or cooked into it. Right now the temperature of the meat's about 70 degrees all around. I will be moving them. I might move them in about an hour. I might rotate them just so they don't burn, because the ones closer to the firebox the heat is higher. I want to make sure everything cooks evenly. Amy, you're always welcome. Always. Driving up from South Carolina late tonight. Be there probably around 10ish tomorrow. Got to make a stop at Virginia Beach. Of course you do. I don't know that you can come up this way and not make a stop at Virginia Beach. Although y'all have Myrtle Beach down in South Carolina, but I'm sure since you guys live down there, that's Myrtle Beach might get old after a while. Oh, here comes the wind. If that wind noise gets too bad, please let me know. NJ Fishing, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. We got 10 people in here right now. Joining us while we're smoking some pulled pork. Got to maintain this fire. It gets can get a little fidgety if you don't. Ooh, got smoke in the eyes. Whew. There it goes. Now the fire's burning. If you let the fire fluctuate too much, that really messes with the bark. It really messes with the cook. Oh, wow. Yeah, Freddie, travel safe. And again, we look forward to meeting you tomorrow. Thanks for popping in. We got 11 people in here. Thank everybody for joining us. I know this is not fishing, but it is fishing related, because the food we're cooking is for the gathering tomorrow at the Potomac, where we will be bank fishing and hanging out with a bunch of fantastic people. Looking forward to meeting most of them. I do know a few of them, but yeah, me either, Freddie. Me either. I'll tell you one thing. One of the things that excites me the most about what we're doing here on YouTube, it's not the 1,000 subs. It's not the number of subs we have. It's not the it's not all the material things. It's the people you meet. It's the friendships you make and the bonds you form with other people. That's been me my entire life. I'm very much a people person, and one of the best people I've ever met, ever have had the pleasure to know, is in this chat right now. Amy meant so much to me in my life. We've worked together and known each other for 20 years, well, almost 20 years now. Whoa, hello. Almost pulled this microphone out. But I did go over our Ancient Mariner equipment. Got some questions asked, and I will definitely answer those questions. I do have, we do typically, back to fishing real quick, we do typically use Santee Cooper rigs. So we float our baits. Now, I will say, I am starting, for those of you who do Carolina rigs, I am really starting to lean to the Carolina rig myself, because I'm gonna put you down for a second. I gotta adjust this fire. Yeah, I know, it got too hot. Thank you, Amy. But we have caught a lot of fish recently on Carolina rigs off the bottom. I mean, we still float a number of ours, but I'm starting to like Carolina rigs. Maybe going half and half. Half Santee Cooper, half Carolina. And I mean, the thing with those setups is they're so much similar in setup with the peg float. If you want a Carolina rig with a Santee Cooper, I mean, most of you just slide the peg float up to the weight, or to where the weight is, and now you got as long as you got a long leader line, then that becomes a Carolina rig because your bait's now on the bottom. That's the main emphasis of the Santee Cooper, is floating your baits. Now, one thing we haven't done before, and one thing we're really looking forward to, because I think from what I've heard and people said on lives on YouTube, is that bumping is productive on spawn or during spawn and when the fish are less active. And it provides a more natural look to the bait. All right, Freddie, take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Yeah, that seems to be one of the things that we've done the most is just fishing, but I wanted to do this because we hadn't been live for a while. I miss it, to be honest with you. I miss putting content out. I did put what I was intending to be a short out last night, which went into my video slots, not the shorts, but it was just a 15-second clip about me being bit by a fish. But that was the only content we put out for a couple weeks, so I did want everybody to think we kind of stepped away, because we haven't. We've just been really busy. Real time, what's going on? Look, tell you what, I don't know, can you cook worth a lick? Thanks for popping in real time. Appreciate it. Got 11 people in here currently. Just for those of you who haven't seen yet, I am smoking some pulled pork barbecue for the cook tomorrow, or the meet and greet tomorrow on the Potomac. I've got 3 in there right now. Nice clear smoke coming out. Temperature's a little higher than I like, but in my offset firebox. You'll see the fire going in there. I'll give you a real quick peek. You ready? There it is. There she is. All right, close it back up. Let it cook. Low and slow. Turn you back around so you can see me. We love pulled pork too. And I don't get out here as much as I want to. This hobby can get a bit expensive because you have to buy the wood for it. The meat's not cheap right now either. Nina's Kayak Crew, thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Today's live is about cooking and fishing. That's the topic of conversation. Currently cooking some pulled pork. Oh, and for those of you that just came in, the pulled pork we're cooking, one is just salt and pepper. I do prefer, there's not a lot that goes into salt and pepper, the rub, so there's just salt and pepper. I don't put anything on the outside other than salt and pepper. A lot of people use kind of bonding agents like mustard or something like that. I just put salt and pepper on the outside. And then the other 2 have a brown sugar rub on them. It's got brown sugar, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika for color, and pepper. And then I put salt on separately. There's a guy I follow on YouTube called Mad Scientist Barbecue, who is a fantastic barbecue chef. That's what he does. That's his job. He headed to Cabela's. Nice. But he that's what he does. He smokes. He's got a 55-gallon smoker. And he's got a huge, it's an offset smoker. Oh, that's not too loud for y'all. I knew that was going to happen. My fire's getting a little hot with that extra wood in there. Ooh, ouch, that was hot. Ooh, don't want to burn my. Gotta get the temperature down. It's up to 276. I don't like that. Low and slow is the way to go when you're cooking pulled pork, when you're smoking food, because that's how you get the flavor from the whatever flavor of wood you're using. Ah, shoot. I dropped my chalk block. Put this back down here before my temperature drops too much. How to barbecue right. I'm going to check him out. Mad Scientist Barbecue is the Jeremy Yoder, I think is his name. That's he. I mean, I've watched a couple of others. There's another guy I watch. I can't remember his channel name, but he cooks on the same cooker or the same offset smoker that I use. Jeremy Yoder uses, like I said, that's what he does. He'll cook like 15 to 20 pork shoulders, and then on one side, and maybe 15 to 20 racks of ribs on the other side of his smoker. But I mean, that's what he does for a living. But volunteer fire department back in South Carolina makes the best barbecue. It is awesome. Wait, you saying it's better than mine, Amy? Oh, have you had mine yet? I will definitely try to get you some, Amy. He's where I got my bacon wrapped glazed deer backstrap from. Wow. That sounds good. Still got 9 awesome people in here. Thank you all for joining us. I'm really looking forward to this. And thank you for keeping me company, because this smoking process is a very long process. Like I said, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours sometimes. Now, I don't know that I'm going to be live the entire time because, as Amy and Jason Udo can probably attest to, the storms are coming my way. I'll show you. So let me turn this around. Oh. Lunchtime. All right, Sean's in here. Chunky Cats, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, let me show you what I'm doing. Trying to get this temperature down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to turn this around real quick. There is the pork shoulders for tomorrow's Potomac Gathering. Looks like the fat's rendering pretty good. I'll be quiet. I know you didn't like that. So here is the clouds currently. Ooh, there's the wind too. So that's my weather situation. Looks like the weather's coming in. I'm out in my backyard. I'm hoping, my hope is that the weather will hold off at least until 12:45. I don't know that that's going to happen. What I may end up doing is pulling the meat off at least, hopefully, another 30 minutes. That way it'll be on the smoker for a couple of hours. That's where you get your majority of your flavor on the smoke is the low and slow cook on the clean smoke for the first couple of hours. And then after that, it's just more about temperature. Speaking of temperature, it's climbing again. Let me see if I can put a halt to that a little bit. Hold on one second. Sorry, folks. Let me see if you can meet my dog. Paisley! Meet my beautiful dog. Hopefully she's coming around here. Let me see if I can go meet her halfway. Well, I came around the front of my house thinking my dog was out here because I thought I heard her barking. But now I don't see her. Maybe she went back inside. Her out here so you can meet my awesome dog. Paisley. Paisley. Come here, Pace. Come here. Come on outside. Come here. Don't just stand there and look at me, silly. Come here. What's wrong? Come here. come here. Oh, I think she's scared because we have 18%. Yeah, I think. Paisley, come here. Yeah, let me turn it around. I'll get you while she's in the house. All right, Paisley, say hi. Say hi. You're on YouTube Live. This is my Doberman, Paisley. She's a blue. We put a wireless fence in the yard, and she's used to that wireless fence. That's where, when we got her, she had one, and it beeps like this, like the thermometer probe does when it's out of temperature range, and so it scares her because it will. She knows when that beeps that if she doesn't maintain her distance, it'll give her a slight jolt. But we don't have her collar on right now, but she's so used to that noise that it's kind of scares her. You gonna say hi, Paisley? It's okay. I'll try not to let it beep again. All right, so let me close the door. My wife is working from home. All right, let's see. Got still 7 awesome people in here. Thank you all for staying with us. I may end up having to cut this live because these clouds do not look at all welcoming. But I'll keep you on here as long as I can. You and me both, Sean. I would love for actually it's the mail truck. I don't know. Yeah, it's got what? We got 4 reels coming? 3 reels. 3 reels coming, so. Postal Service will probably deliver the reels, but then will probably send me a card saying that I can go pick up the rods. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Hopefully, if I don't get something, I'll reach out to Captain Spear this afternoon. See if I can get some tracking information, but. Sorry folks, my phone has gone dark because I believe my battery is going low. We still got 7 awesome people in here. Temperature on the grill right now is 254 degrees. My meats range anywhere from 87 internal to 79, 80 it looks like. Looks like it's going, ooh, you know what? We may get lucky. The storm looks like it may be pushing further north than east. Let me go take a look at that. Yeah, we may get lucky. For right now, anyway. That storm looks like it's going to miss us. We have what's called the Chester Hole. For some reason, there's a hole in this area where we live. I don't know any other better way to describe it, but storms tend to, if it's not a huge storm, it will tend to go around us, which is kind of weird. I'm coming into my truck to get my charger so that I can charge my phone because it is down to 18%. Sorry about that, folks. Still got 7 awesome people in here with us. Let's see. I'll tell you a story real quick. So I was live one night. Sean couldn't come out. It was a Wednesday night live that I did. And I was getting ready to wrap everything up. I was getting ready to wrap everything up. I had put, so here's one of the chargers that we have. It's a Halo, but it's got a plug-in. It's got USB ports. It's got, you can jump your car with this thing. It's got a flashlight on it. It's bright too. I had one of these with me when I was fishing by myself on my boat, which is, I walked right by. Here's the bayliner element. Love this boat. It's not a great fishing boat, but it is a great boat. But anyway, I was out. I had the bimini cover up. I was talking with Sean, and my phone was connected to it's one of those flexible phone holders. I had it clipped to the bimini cover and then wrapped around a few times and hanging down so you can see the rods. And I had this thing sitting up on top of my bimini cover with my phone plugged into it. And I was getting ready to end the live, wrap everything up. And Sean wanted me to show someone the shad that I had gotten from Green Machine, because Green Machine was out on the water that night too. And so I walked to the front of the boat. I showed the shad that we had and ended the live. And I'm like, you know what? While I'm up here, I might as well go ahead and close my bimini cover. You know, that way I can pack everything up and head back to the boat ramp, because that was the first time I'd ever been out in that area, that part of the river, that boat ramp by myself at nighttime. I almost missed it going back, but so want to be outdoors. What's going on? Thanks for joining us. So anyway, I had my battery box on top of my bimini cover right above my phone. I had my phone in my hand. So I was like up front, I finished everything up. I ended the live and I'm like, let's go ahead and wrap everything up. I'll close my bimini cover. I unclip them, I push it back, and I hear a splash. I'm like, that's interesting. That must have been a big fish. I was right by the boat. And so I took the clip down from the bimini cover. I thought at that point that my battery charger was wrapped up in the bimini cover. And so I got all the rods in. I was finishing everything up, and then I went to feel the bimini cover. Charger wasn't there. Oh, I'm hearing thunder now. Charger wasn't there. The big splash that I heard was my $120 battery charger falling into the river. So there's that. So now every time I take my wife's battery charger fishing with me, she gives me a warning that I better not lose this one. So yeah, I think we might get lucky, and this part of the storm may push north of us. Yeah, so I'm very careful with this charger. Like I said, it's not cheap, but it's very versatile. I mean, you can jump a car with this thing, and it's got 2 USB ports on it, so you can charge 2 phones at the same time, or 2 devices, maybe a GoPro and a phone, or whatever. But it's a great device. It's a Halo. I recommend it if anybody wants to go out and buy them. The Halo Portable Power Jump Starter is what it's called. But I mean, I think they make them without the jump start piece as well. But sorry, I'm checking my battery power. I'm down to 13, but it's okay. The one bad thing about this Comica boom mic is I have to take the receiver out of my phone, because it plugs into the iPhone to charge my phone. But I'm gonna wait on that until my battery gets significantly lower. Sorry, I'm over here. I had to take my chalk block out of my firebox because the temperature was dropping. Yes, I know, I just did that. Sorry, I got something on my temperatures. It's dropping some more. Check, make sure I still got. Oh, nope. Time to add a vlog. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. I don't know what happened. Anyway. There we go. Still got 9 people in here. Awesome. Thank you all so much. Sorry about that. I was trying to flip the camera around and hit the wrong button. But so, see there's no fire in there, so I'm going to add my log, and it should catch here. Sometimes you wait too long, you got to give it a little extra blow, a little extra breath but it sounds like it's starting to catch. Let me open the low and slow. That's right, to be low and slow. That's how you do it. Get some more air in here. There it goes. Just got to get some oxygen to it. I'll keep this open while it smokes for a minute. Get all that white nasty smoke off there. Oh, there goes my battery power. You were just in someone's live? All right now, NJ. Let's try to keep this as positive as possible. Oh, yeah, my temperature dropped down to the 230s. So I had that, had the firebox lid open. Still got 9 people in here. Thank y'all for sticking around with me. Appreciate it. Hoping this weather's gonna hold off for at least another 25, 30 minutes so I can keep this on the fire as much as possible, because if it starts raining, that temperature is going to be so hard to maintain. Plus I got to come out here in the storm to keep putting fire on wood on the fire. Let's see what that does. Keep that going. All right, I'm gonna have to turn this mic off. Give me 1 second. Let me know if you can still hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Awesome, thank you, Amy. I'm gonna plug my phone in. My battery's down to 10%. Awesome, thank you, Nina. All right, we're charging now. Temperature on the grill is back up to 250. Got 8 awesome people in here. Thank you all again so much. Really appreciate you joining us for this cooking chat. I'm hoping we can get on some rain and heavy. Oh, great. Yeah, but you're a little bit farther north here from where I am. I can see where the rain bands are, but luckily it looks like it's still pushing north of here. Wait a minute, I see a stand. Oh, Susquehanna stand. Your earbuds? Gotcha. I'm hoping this, I know I keep saying it, but I'm hoping this weather stays north of us. It stays west of us. It's heading northeast, but I think it's heading, let me show you. So that's above me, of course, and that is the clouds that I'm worried about right over there. But that's all heading that direction. And right above me, there's not much. I mean, it doesn't look good, but clear skies here with some clouds moving in from the distance, showing 15 to 19 mile an hour wind on the. Yeah, we are actually still under a tornado watch. No tornado warning that I know of, but hopefully this storm doesn't produce any tornadoes. I know, I think Hooks and Hammocks still recovering from what hit their property. Just thankful that they are okay. Looks like the wind's starting to change direction, blowing everything a little farther east than I'd like. No rain there, Stan. Where you at, Stan? Susquehanna, Stan. I saw Freddie said he was coming. Who else, Sean? Who else did you see that was coming? Yeah, it looks like the wind changed direction and these clouds are moving right at me instead of going north again. Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania. Okay. Yeah, hopefully. I think this storm is probably moving that way, but maybe it'll go south of you and move out to the ocean before it hits you. Oh, I thought you were asking. Freddie's coming. I know that much. I thought there was somebody else said they were going tomorrow. Oh, wow. Yeah, I may not get my wish. Those clouds are moving in pretty quick now. Another log to the fire just to yeah, the problem is if I put up that umbrella, it's gonna blow away. If it was just rain, it wouldn't be so bad, but looks like there's some yeah, it really did change direction quick. Still got some nice skies behind me, but southwest of me, not so much, and it seems to be blowing northeast now. Actually more east than northeast. Oh, well, I'm going to hold my breath to see if it'll hold off for a little bit longer, but right now, internal temp of the meat, one of them's up to almost, man, those temperatures dropped too much. The meat temperatures, one of them's almost up to 100, the other one's up to 90, the other one's up to 86, so I'd like to get them all up to 100 before I move them inside. I better go start the oven. I'm gonna go inside for a minute, folks. Give me a second. I'm probably gonna mute you so my wife doesn't. Hold on one second. Yeah, it's getting nasty quick. Hey folks, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. I gotta get everything put away. Again, thank you all for joining me. We really appreciate it. Hopefully I can get this meat cooked. Maybe I'll post a short video with an update on how the meat turned out. But for those of you that are gonna go to Northern Virginia, we look forward to meeting you there. For those of you who joined us today, thank you so much. Hope hopefully we'll be able to put more content out for you here shortly. Thanks again. Y'all stay safe, straight lines, and we will have a wonderful weekend. Later.